It's a beautiful day in the balcony garden. Let's take a look. I'm gonna split this video slightly between hydroponics and normal. So let's take a look first at the hydroponic stuff. Alright, so over here the main reason for this hydroponic system is to test really how Rapini would grow and how eggplants would grow. But of course I had to put in a little okra just to, compare against, right? That okra there is one that is grown normally in North America. It's a nice one, looking like a what do you call it, lady finger kind of type, long, thin disposition. This one here is a Barbadian one, and it's supposed to grow like shorter and fat. So I'm just giving it a trial here. Now what happened is I germinated the stuff into this little hydroponic system I built here. These are all hand done. With this one I used a crude what do you call X-Acto knife, and I just cut some holes and put the net pots in. And right now it actually acted as my nursery. So I grew about 12 plants in here. Let me see, 12 plants in there. And once I grew them in master blend at half strength. Master blend the tomato blend formula, and grew them at half strength. And then I left them in here for about 2 weeks. And once the roots and so on came down, okay, some of these have the roots down, some don't. Then I moved them over to the big one here. So this is only about 5 liters. This one is 54 liters. So to do the test here, what I've done is set the nutrient at full strength, master blend at full strength. So it is doing pretty well. You see we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rapinis, and we have a few basils, just as the guardian angels, because pests and so on don't really like these basils and things too much. So I just had them there just to thing, but we don't have pest pressure up here. The eggplants, I have a variety of eggplants. Not sure which ones these are. I could just tell that the violetta is not here because that's a purple stem type of plant. But these might be Black Beauty and Rotundi here. So they are now coming up. You can see there are 2 different types of basil here, one with a flat leaf and one with the familiar curl leaf. Now these ones are small, all of them are small, because I think they're dwarfs. Some of the seeds we planted were dwarf. This was a full adult basil down in here. Let's see the basil leaf here. Yeah, so these were this one was an adult one, so that's a normal size basil. But I noticed that these ones were dwarfs, so they're not going to get very big, but they're all ready to eat right now, so no problem there. The Rapini, you can see we harvested the Rapini this week twice, I think. Let's see here. These ones, this one is ready to harvest again because there's a flower coming up there. We're gonna let it grow up a little bit. And this one, I saw a flower, yeah, down in there. So it is getting ready to be harvested. The okras are getting ready to flower as well. Let me see if I can get the camera in there. Yes, the okras getting ready to flower. Now the Beijing one isn't coming along yet. That's taking its time. Okay. In this nursery, I have some Bok Choy growing. They're still looking all right. And I have a couple of okras here that are, you'll see from the roots, if you can see it, they had some algae problems because we had exposure to light. So you don't expose the nutrient to light if you want to avoid the formation of the algae. Let's look at the roots inside this system. Lily white almost. The ones that had some algae, they've straightened up and produce nice ear roots because I managed to shut all the light out. Let's see. Okay. Good. Yeah, so that's how that's coming along. Okay, I have to support this okra now because it's getting a little heavier. I'm gonna have to support it with a stick. I'll put a stick down through the net cut and keep it rigid. So this is how they're doing. And this one here is just some normal spring onions from the supermarket. We cut them off. They were about 12 inches tall and we just trimmed them and ate them the other day. So they're going again. That's it for the hydroponics. Okay, we're gonna take a look at the soil grown plants. We have some Swiss chard here. We've harvested them twice this week. They're just growing nice and fast. We harvested these lettuces this week, so they're recovering already. Gave them a haircut. We harvested these cilantro this week as well, and they're back, almost back to full strength. We also harvested these Rapini that are growing in the soil, so they're doing all right. Okay, and here, this is the Rotunda eggplant. We're surprised by how quickly they started growing. Once the weather got to 25 degrees C, they started really pushing. This is the Black Beauty version of eggplant variety, and they were always leading the charge. Those massive leaves. And here we have the Violetta with slightly purple stems down in there. This is a mixture of of basil. We have about 5 types of basil in there, including the purple one, and some flat leaf ones, and the curved leaf one that you saw in the hydroponics. This is a couple of peanuts, and these are Egyptian walking onions. They usually grow about 2 feet tall. They are about almost 18 inches right now, and they have the bulbs on top, and they flop over and plant the bulbs themselves, and then they keep walking across the lawn. So these are the peanuts, as I said. Peanuts here. And in this one we have some thyme, oregano, and rosemary. Here we have some chive, or some lettuce hiding down behind here, and the parsley. Okay, and back over here is a large peanut vine. Okay, so that's it. That's what we're growing this year. Let's see if I can get a whole picture of it all. And in this garden, our balcony garden, it's 3 feet by 8 feet of space. So if you really want to grow, you can grow in containers and hydroponics and stuff, and you can do so much in just a small space. Previous years we've grown upwards on trellises in the balcony here. We grew pumpkin vines and sweet potato vines upwards. We don't get a lot of problems from pests because we're 13 floors up, and we only get about 6 hours of sun at the most. So I think what's helping us this year is we did a good job with the soil in this case. We're using we had some old potting soil which we reused, mixed with some new potting soil and a third of sheep dung. So that's been working for us. And what we try to do is we try to keep the soil loose, and it is helping out a lot because we want to aerate those roots. So we just poke the soil. I like using this knitting needle to poke the soil and aerate the roots, because the water will just go down following the holes we poke. How much water do we use here? All right, you can do some maths here. For these soil plants, we probably use about 8 liters every time you water once a day. That's the minimum. Some days you water twice, so just work with the minimum 8 liters of water a day. We expect that this garden will keep going for the next maybe 150 days. So let me see, 150 days. So that's about 1,200 liters of water we expect minimum to use on these soil ones. All right, when you look in here, the total of water between this hydroponic and that hydroponic is 54, let's say 54 liters. And we're gonna run with 54 liters for 5 months. One of my tests is to show that once I set this, I don't have to do any maintenance, I just harvest. And for 5 months, 54 liters, compare that to 1200 minimum liters in 5 months. So do the maths. How much savings of water is that if I was doing hydroponics? Well, of course, maybe I would have had more hydroponic units. Let's say probably another 3 large ones. So you can multiply that out and see how much stuff you could grow. And I would probably have another 2 actually, because I don't have space for 3. Another 2 of these. So you know, that would be about it. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll come back later with another video on the progress. If you got weather like this, enjoy your day.